Earth, fire, water. Are we on air? Long ago, the 10 members of TCR lived in harmony, but everything changed when Incarone made a rude comment about the size of Mx Codered's forehead. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Team Code Red on Air. If this is your first time stopping by, this is the podcast where we talk about anything and anything. If you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by to support us. I really hope you're going to enjoy this next episode because today's topic is going to be pretty fun. If you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, video title, or the intro, this episode is only themed on Avatar: The Last Airbender / Legend of Korra, the whole Avatar universe. And yes, we have kind of talked about it before. And actually, our first episode, we touched on it a little bit. We kind of had fun with that, and we all really love this show. So this entire episode is just going to be us talking about this show, whether it just be praising it, talking about the details of it, making some theories and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fun. So on to just some quick introductions. We're going to hop right in. I am Avatar Leaf, also known as Mx Codered. Just kidding, not the Avatar. And today, I'm joined by Cody, also known as Arma, Brody, also known as TBD, also known as the Bending Donkey, Ryan, also known as Incarone, Connor, also known as Spooky Bro, Aaron, also known as Tangerin, Jillian, known as Mrs CodeBeans. And we're going to trail off kind of where we did when we talked about Avatar before, because if you remember from that episode, if you haven't seen it, no worries. We just kind of went around and we kind of just vibe checked each other based on what elements we think we'd bend. So, for example, like we just told each other what element we think we'd bend. And there were some pretty good consensuses, but I think this time we're going to talk about what element we would want to bend, just on like what just seems the most powerful and the most fun. I know Cody has some opinions on what the strongest element is, but if anyone has a strong opinion they want to share, just go for it.
I mean, as far as bending goes, I would probably put fire at the weakest because there's not because if you want to do damage with fire, it has to be sustained. You have to do a sustained blast of fire. But also, lava bending is really cool, but you have to be really good in order to do that.
Lava bending's earth, though.
Was it earth? I thought it was
It's lightning bending.
Huh?
It's lightning bending that goes with fire.
Yeah.
Because, I know that lava is molten earth and all that, but I thought that they did some bullshit where it was fire.
No, I think... I haven't read the comics, but I know that in the comics, Toph believes that lava bending is earth and fire, but in Korra, if you haven't watched all of Korra, please don't listen to this for the next, 10 seconds. Lava bending is just
That's
earth bending.
problematic.
Earth bending is just, no, we know what earth bending is. Lava bending is just earth bending, but just, moving it so fast and heating it up into a molten state and then controlling that.
Yeah. It's still the controlling of the minerals in the substance.
I mean, see, with fire bending, lightning bending is cool because lightning and go.
Yeah,
it's cool. But the thing is, the way that it does it, it's not the way that you lightning bend isn't very reliable.
No.
With them in combat because it takes some time to wind up and go, bzzzt, but it's also extremely strong.
I actually heard a theory about that because Azula can do it like snap, she can do it so quickly. So I heard a theory that when Ira was teaching Zuko, he told Zuko that it takes some time and you have to ground yourself. So Zuko wouldn't just do it all the time impulsively, and he would only use it when he absolutely had to.
It's an interesting theory, actually.
Yeah.
And also, Azula's just OP. She's
true.
a prodigy, and she's the only one who can do blue fire.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why she's the best girl.
You were. I'm sorry. You were cutting out so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan, is the angle you're coming at from this that you would want to bend fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going through the ones that... I mean, I'm just talking in general.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just saying that fire would probably be the lowest one. Because fire bending is cool, because fire is cool. But it's just not strong.
Yeah, it's not the strongest. The question is, though, which one would you want to bend?
I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
I'm aware.
You're just a menace.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we already established that.
We all knew this.
But as far as the bending that I would like, water or air, just because well, both water and air are everywhere. It's just air bending is easier to, or
Yeah.
well, I mean, the accessibility of air is easier.
Yeah, I agree with that. Does anybody else have a strong opinion on the element they really, really would want to bend?
Alright, I got this. Okay, I
Wait.
think in the first one we established that I would most likely have Earth
Yes, that was the consensus.
because stubborn or something.
Yeah, and
Definitely
you're
not.
I don't know.
But
Reliable.
personally, I would prefer to either take water or air, though I feel like water might be a bit more fun for me.
Possibly.
Because air, I like it because mobility. I like being able to jump around and be stupid
Yeah.
and fast. But water, I'll get into this later, but water has the most utility
Oh, bro, I think
Yep.
some things to say about that too.
and is the most dangerous.
Actually, you know what? You just want to get it out of the way because Brody and I have had long, drawn-out conversations about if we ignore the whole thing, bending is like based on spiritual stuff. If you think about science, we've talked extensively about how OP water bending really could be.
Oh yeah, so versatile.
Yeah. Do you want to give us the recap, the breakdown?
Piss bending.
There it is.
Okay.
We'll round
Yeah.
it-
Yeah, just going right out for that one. Well, water is like what
There he goes.
All right. That was really good. You cut right out.
right? No place to stop. Oh, hello?
You cut out.
Up there, man.
Shoot.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone, put your ears in Brody.
Okay, so hear me out, right? You're
Oh my god.
Oh god. Instantaneous, just
of course the
vroom.
one time I can make it is freaking cutting out so much.
Okay. Well, Brody.
Okay,
we
while
cut-
Brody does that,
Yeah.
I can continue my. I feel like waterbending makes more sense for me than air, though air would be more fun. Waterbending, minus my, as the one of the episodes we did, my absolute distaste for the ocean.
Yeah.
Uh, Waterbending would just be a mess, and I would have water on me at all times if I could waterbend. At the very least, I'd carry a water bottle. So accessibility is not difficult.
Okay. But thinking about air again, I think you'd be a great airbender just because of the way your hair would flow through the wind would be majestic.
Yo, true.
Imagine you're just
Yeah.
like walking, and then you just see Cody on an air ball with their hair just like spiraling around like a tornado.
Oh, you think I'd use an air ball? No, I'd start running and then like use my hands as just two giant gusts of wind.
Okay, Naruto.
Why can okay? So
speed boost.
firebending, you're able to like be a rocket man.
Yeah, you can
Hey.
fly.
But that's also actually no. You don't even need Sozin's comment to do that because Zula was able to do it herself.
And General Iroh in Korra could also do it.
I think we need
Short bursts.
to exempt them a little bit because also for some reason any form of earth can just be destroyed by anything in Avatar,
Yeah.
whether it be
Yeah.
lightning or a sword. A big boulder is nothing.
Yeah, freaking Sokka's space sword was able to tank a few boulders and was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But
But
also when I was talking about accessibility, sorry.
no, it's accessible.
When I was talking about accessibility, I don't like. Of course, you can carry a water bottle around with you if you're a waterbender. I'm saying like large quantities of water. It's not very. You don't really run across that very often because of
Yeah.
course a water bottle is great and all that, but
Mhm.
it's like big amounts of water would be a lot more helpful even if you can do because I know that waterbending is pretty OP.
I mean, based on where we live, we are pretty close to large bodies of water. Yeah.
We learned from Arma in the blood bending episode. You can find water in literally everything. Like she takes the water out of the plant.
Yeah, that's true, but at the same time, you need to be pretty strong for that.
No, you're right about Hama too, because she also explained to Katara that you can remove the moisture from the air. That's what she did, like the little ice fingers. She just took water out Aaron just
I guess that's
did that.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be like incredibly skilled.
Mhm.
The run
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about with water being everywhere because of the moisture in the air and all that. It's just difficult to get to that point. On
Yeah.
average, water is for the average waterbender that's not overpowered as all hell. Water isn't super accessible, like large
Yep.
quantities.
I
That makes-
mean, it is inside of you, though.
Speaking
yeah.
of which,
He's back.
Hello?
Come bending.
no, God, why?
Okay,
that?
edit that.
Yes.
Who said that? That's gross, guys.
Never mind. Leave it. Leave it in. Brody, do you want to
Anyway.
go
You
ahead?
guys are weird.
Okay, I hope I don't cut out. I have a feeling I've cut out. Hello?
Nope.
No.
Hello?
Okay. Good. Okay. So hear me out, right? Water bending in Avatar, so versatile because you just have like water inside you, and I know that's what blood bending what blood bending is, but they didn't use pee bending in the show, and I think that is an opportunity just missed by Avatar Studios or whatever. So say you're on a road trip with your family, right? And you're a waterbender. You have nowhere to stop. It's a 6-hour trip. It's fine. You can just bend it right out the window.
Yo.
I feel like you're talking from experience.
Brody's a waterbender?
Me and Leaf have talked about this so much, it
No,
feels like I am.
Airbender. Don't get it mistaken.
Yes.
You can
Mhm.
make your opponent pee themselves in
Yeah.
a fight, and then they would be so embarrassed they would just run away.
Exactly. Boom. Why did they not think of this? So genius.
Now.
Yo, wait. Hold on.
Oh no.
Okay, imagine Zuko
Dragon.
back when he was a jerk. Just make him pee himself and he won't show his face for the rest of the show.
Please.
Yeah.
He's already missing so much honor. He needs. Anyway, after that relatively not too gross note, Brody, tell them about eye bending.
You.
Yes. Okay. So again, water is inside you. Water is in your eyes. Your eyes are
No.
fairly moist. If you're in a fight with someone and they're like not looking at you and you want to be like super intimidating, you can just like move their eyes towards you while saying something like, "No,
Ew.
look at me." Behind their eyes, that would be real bad. But don't do that like meanly, because that'd be bad. Like if you're fighting an enemy, don't crush their eyes. That's just a bitch move.
No,
but
don't
you
crush
can give them just
them
like
dry
a
eye.
dry eye. Yeah, need some doctor prescribed droplets in there.
Then they have to like blink and things, and you can just have that free time in which you can just attack them.
Could you also just like freeze the moisture in their eyes?
You could.
Oh my gosh,
Waterbenders are terrifying.
could you take again? Waterbenders are also healers. Could they just like get rid of your cataracts?
Is
Whoa.
To an extent, they can at least close wounds really easily. Don't know like the precision of it.
Yeah, well, that's where it gets back to the actual canon, which is that bending is just spiritual stuff. So
Yeah.
It's shown that like good waterbenders with healing can like close off wounds that are fatal, keep people alive from them. So yeah, waterbenders is very powerful.
But for fatal wounds, don't you need like don't you need special water from
Yeah,
the
you need, like,
wound?
Spirit Oasis.
Yeah.
Because that's how Katara saved Aang. Wasn't because of her I mean, it was because of her healing, but it was more because of the special spirit water.
Even then, this spirit water revived his soul, but then I'm pretty sure in the comics it confirmed that she had to heal him for like 2 hours a day for 2 weeks.
No, it said that in the show too. Yeah, like she spent so long healing wound like itself,
And
and he was
Yeah.
like completely like in a coma.
she had to do it for hours a day until he woke up.
Yeah.
But wow, that was a really heavy tangent. The question was just, what element would you want to bend?
Okay, well, hold on. Let me provide some more options so people have a little bit more time to think
Yeah,
about it.
I guess
Because
we decided air. For
Okay,
me.
cool. Okay.
Okay, because I personally wouldn't choose water just because I love air bending too much, but water bending would be so sick. Think about you could rainbow bend.
Yeah, we talked about this one too. We talked about
Yeah, because
Gay pride.
rainbows are just like the light refracting or reflecting or some through droplets of water after it rains. You could just either make it rain or like just put the small droplets up in there and then you could make rainbows.
Gay
So I'm just-
bending.
the Pride
Whoa.
Parade universe. Like once Korra, spoiler alert, once Korra and Asami go out for the first Pride Parade, just like Make it rainbow.
Exactly. They could make the whole sky a rainbow.
I think
Wait,
Korra is OP enough. She can do it.
Yeah.
wait.
Definitely.
I just thought of something.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Okay. Could a skilled enough waterbender turn themselves invisible?
What?
Because
No,
they can use the water to refract the light around them,
yeah, it
making
doesn't.
them not visible. Would a skilled enough, not just a common person, but like
Yeah.
probably avatar level of skill, could they do it?
I don't think so, because water does refract light, but I don't think it refracts it enough to the point where you can make yourself invisible.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I mean, it all
partially
depends because I believe light reflect that thing is just like the photons bouncing off of the subatomic particles. So if you aim it in the right direction, I guess so. No light could reach through it.
That would be like microscopic levels of precision, which just it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So no, unfortunately.
But yeah.
But in theory, yeah.
So let's just get a tally again. Brody, you're saying water. Cody is air.
No, I'm saying air as well because here's my thing. I want air, but on one hand, it's because I could jump around and do stupid stuff.
You're already so tall.
Yeah.
I already can do that. So do I just stick with the level I have now or just make it OP? Or do I go with water bending?
But wait, actually, go air because if you're gonna get all rusty.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll go air because then I would be even better at volleyball.
We have 2 airbenders. Ryan, what was your consensus again?
Air.
Okay, so wow, we're gonna call us.
But just barely, because I like them all.
I get it.
Airly.
Team code red on air.
Shut up.
Shush. That was bad.
You're bad. What's your favorite element, nerd?
Earth. Because it's cool.
Yeah, someone's trying to be special. I see how it is.
No, I just like earthbending.
I could see it was an
Or,
earthbender.
or water.
I was gonna say I'd either see it as earth or water.
Yeah.
But Concrete Connor. That rhymed.
Ha 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 ha. Funny.
Okay. I will say, if I had to balance it out, if we got like no firebenders on this, I would take fire just to balance it out because I could still find dumb things to do.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, I with either but yeah, I water or fire.
Okay,
Choices.
that makes sense.
Aaron, do you want to go before I explain mine?
Okay, I'd like to I already mentioned this earlier, but I'd like to preface to the audience that I've not watched Avatar since I was like 12 or 13, so if I get information wrong, I'm sorry. When I originally watched Avatar, I always wanted to be a waterbender just because I was a kid that was obsessed with the ocean, so I saw that they could control water, and I was like, dream! But, now I'd probably either be an earth or an airbender. I'd probably go with earth.
If you were airbender, you could be. Someone else make the joke.
Aaron.
All right.
Can I
Ditto.
interject for a moment because Aaron mentioned the sea and water bending? If you were fighting and you were a waterbender near the water, you could just hurl so many fish at the enemy and they'd be like, "Ah, what?"
Sharks.
Yeah, you could just hurl a shark at them.
Aaron, if you did waterbending, you wouldn't be able to be scared of what's is. You can put things in the ocean now.
And
That's true.
Yeah, you'd be faster than them.
Hey, if you're wondering why I said that, you should watch our episode about fears and stuff. All right. Should I get mine out of the way now?
Yeah.
Sure.
So anyway, the question is, how would I kill Ryan? With what form of bending? Glad you asked. You didn't? Oh. Well, I don't want to say air too, because everyone's saying air, but I do like air because he can be bouncy and stuff. But mainly I would want it so that way when fall comes around, I can make all the leaves go crazy. Like, in the kindergarten, when the wind would be crazy and the leaves would start blowing around, and then you jump into the middle of them and start
And
waving.
then you eat them.
What? Uh-huh?
What?
I do that.
Genuinely didn't hear what you said.
in our jackets, and we would get in there and wait for the wind to pick us up so we could fly.
See, with everybody do that.
Yeah.
But I also really love...
I used to pretend I was a dinosaur and I'd crawl around on all fours and eat leaves.
Don't eat me. Yeah.
You
I don't-
ate their family.
My family's alive. Okay.
You're next.
I'm not sure how much of that we got because technical difficulties are being difficult. But anyway, I like air because I like the idea of making the leaves go nuts. However, I also really like earthbending and firebending, but I like the earthbending style the most, so probably earthbending.
Okay,
Yay.
So-
hear me out. This is why I wouldn't go earthbending, because the sub part of that is metal bending. But if you look at the spoons I use to get ice cream out of the freezer, I already can metal bend.
Okay.
True.
Another thing with earthbending is like it's all about being grounded and like keeping level and like staying like hard on your feet. Aang easily took out Toph with some airbending. You could probably do that with waterbending too, and you could also just burn an earthbender's feet with firebending.
Well, that's kind of rude.
So you could easily an earthbender right from the base.
Oh, whoa. Okay, all right.
It's just the fact.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Also, yeah, earthbending would not be a good fit for me because I'm not very sturdy.
True.
That's that's
we
true.
know.
You are more balancing.
Listen, maybe sometimes I just want to throw massive boulders on people's heads. Burn my feet must. And also, I was more fatal to Toph because she sees with her feet by feeling vibrations.
I guess
Yeah.
like they like their feet.
Yeah, but that goes with any bending. Burn anyone's hands.
Crispy.
But anyway, enough about that. Do we want to
Okay,
quickly talk?
fine.
Let's say. Oh, do you want to say more?
Because I was just saying that, like, before I said that, yeah, I don't really know which one I would pick, but I would put I barely put air above everything else, but I never got into why. I mean, I did get into it a little bit, but whatever.
Explain now. Go.
Because so I already talked about the way that firebending is not that good, but it's also cool. So with earthbending, that's also cool, and also metal bending, and also Toph is the best character, so earthbending seems nice.
True.
But also, like we said, literally everything in Avatar can break a rock easily,
Yeah,
as if
literally.
it's nothing.
But except unless your name is Jet.
Oh yeah, Jet gets killed. He gets Caesared.
No.
Wait, okay. Yeah, so I'd been talking about the versatility of water bending. There's also a little bit of versatility in air bending because Leaf and I have talked about this sound bending. Because
Sorry.
you know, oh, am I cutting out again?
No, you're
No,
good.
you're fine.
No.
Okay. Because sound, is just like air bouncing inside you and then coming back out. So if you could like air bend well enough inside you, then you could just sound bend, and that would be pretty cool.
And you
Like-
can
Objection.
become a boombox.
Whoa. One at a time here.
Objection?
Connor, object.
Not even just an objection, just pointing something out. When you think about it, musicians are airbenders.
That is true.
Sound bend, true.
Yes.
I mean, it would be their instruments that are sound benders if they're playing an instrument.
No, but they're making the instrument make the sound.
Yeah.
But it's the instrument that, I mean, I guess, because you go and that makes a vibration.
Yeah, sound is vibrating air.
I was gonna
Exactly.
make a comment like, well, Connor, by your logic, that makes the moon a waterbender, but I'm pretty sure that's like actually a thing in the lore.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. But the thing, but you see, you go and that's just normal sound. But the reason that's music is because the instrument makes it bounce nicely.
Bounce in a different way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get to this more when I get to once we talk about a few more things. I have a pitch for an Avatar series and how I think sound would be the coolest.
All right, just so I can go over for myself, just so I can get a definite. We have Brody and Aaron as airbenders and Ryan, Leaf and Connor as earthbenders, and then me and Jill who are stuck between a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now who's the Avatar?
Jill.
Steven.
Steven.
Steven's a firebender.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he can't be the Avatar.
That's true. Oh yeah, you're right.
Aang isn't the Avatar because he's an airbender.
Steven, if he an Avatar, he would actually just be a dragon.
That's true. What's a 10-hand? What?
Who? Anyway,
Speaking of
I guess I would go with water.
all right, that's your
That's
final.
my final.
Your
Yeah.
final.
I don't know. I can't choose between one.
That's all right. That's all right. So, well, for the most part, we all have an element that we'd want to bend. Aaron, I'm sorry you got cut off there, but we're actually going to go into next what we'd do with them if we were in the Avatar world. So, places we'd want to go, people we'd want to meet, maybe some weird animal creatures we'd want to encounter.
Okay.
That was a direct for Aaron to hit the spike.
Is this my transition?
No.
Yeah.
Listen. Obviously, one of my favorite parts of Avatar from when I watched it so long ago was all the hybridized creatures
I didn't know any better. I think
because they're the best part.
hmm
So I wanted to bring up, and I wanted to know what everyone's favorite creature from the show was, and if you could like make your own hybridized creature to have like as a pet or as a companion, what would they be?
turtle
They both.
duck.
Yeah.
Turtle duck.
Like the platypus bears.
Oh, those ones are also cute.
Ooh.
Okay. My two favorite creatures. It's a tie. I love flying bison because they're adorable.
Yes.
I also like polar bear dogs.
They're cute.
Ooh.
I might have bias because I basically own two.
I don't think
Insert picture.
I don't think
Post.
it would be a surprise to anyone when I say that my favorite was always the fire ferret.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not surprised. Yeah, actually, I would want to own a fire ferret. It's a red panda mixed with a ferret.
Oh,
I like it.
absolutely.
I don't remember the fire ferrets.
His name was Pabu, I think, or something.
Yeah, Abu,
Pabu,
Poland's
yeah.
pet.
All right, speed round.
No.
Okay,
Speedrun?
just favorite animals and is there any you'd want to make?
Wait. I didn't get to. You know me. I have to go in and explain my stuff.
Oh yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, hear me out. Would I have to pay taxes if I built a house on my pet lion turtle?
Whoa! First of all, a lion turtle.
Yeah, y'all were thinking like house pets. I'm thinking logistically, would I have to pay taxes if I built a house on a massive lion turtle?
First, I think yes, because there were those guys who imposed taxes on people living in Lion Turtle City. Second of all, you can't have a pet lion turtle. The lion turtle has a pet you.
Yeah, that's
That is fair. I'd be okay with that.
the lion turtle. The lion turtle owns you.
That is, you know what? That'd kind of cool too.
Lion turtles are Russian.
I'd have to pay taxes to the lion turtle.
Yeah.
I just want to get my
Yeah.
out of the way right now. My favorite animal is that cute little guy that was bugging Sokka when he was trapped in the hole in that one episode. I
That
thought
little like saber.
Saber-tooth moose?
it was so cute. And
Yeah.
if I had to make one, I don't know. First thing that pops to mind is a monkey turtle. I don't know what that is, but go watch. Yes.
Cat moth. I would make a cat moth.
Cat moth.
Cat moth.
Cat?
Cat
Oh,
moth.
cat
I
moth.
do. I
Cats
do
are
a crow raccoon because they're my favorite animal. I think
Aw.
it would be epic. Flying raccoon.
That sounds like a bad idea to give them wings, but it also sounds adorable.
Exactly.
Foo cuddly poops. That's what was the little thing. I mean, as far as the animals go, I don't remember many of the animals. I just remember the otter penguins from the first episode. Or
yeah.
the first bunch. I don't remember if it was actually the first episode or not, but they were cute. They were cool. That's all that I remember. As far as the combo, I don't know.
Hold on. Let me ask David, my security guard. Hey man, what do you want? He says a viper mixed with a saber-toothed tiger. Oh, you evil man.
So should we move on to dream destinations then?
For me, it depends on what time period it takes place in.
Let's just say the era of peace between the end of Avatar and Korra.
Okay, so in between.
Yeah, actually, you know what? No. Let's take the time up to Korra because there are no places that disappear, but there are new places that are added. So we'll go from Korra.
Like Republic City, which I would visit and like walk around.
Cody, there is a place that you're going to encounter because you haven't started season 3 yet, have you?
No, I have not.
You finished season 2?
Nope. Sadly, I did not.
Well, there's a really cool place in season 3. Cody, you might just want to cover your ears. It's not really a spoiler, but in season 3, we get to meet. Season 3 you encounter the city of Zaofu, which is the metal bender city. I'd want to go there because that place is so cool.
That sounds very neat.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, but since I gave myself waterbending, I would want to go to a spot with a decent quantity of water so that I could jump in the lake and then just propel myself through the water, because that sounds fun. Because then I don't have to fear anything. Because what the hell's going to be able to catch me?
Me.
I'd want
Oh shit.
one of the air temples. 'Cause I think that those are pretty cool,
Yeah.
and you can only get to them on a flying bison. So pretty
Ooh,
exclusive.
ooh, specifically that air temple from season, or from like the original, with the like people who just fly around it on hang gliders.
I don't know.
That one.
I wouldn't want to go to that one because that one's all been overrun by tech.
Yeah.
I'd want to go to the one of the untouched ancient monk temples.
Monkey.
Monkey.
They'd all be good to look around.
Anyway, anyone else?
Oh yeah, I gotta agree with one of the air temples. That'd be very cool. And there's another one I was thinking, but I can't remember.
Ba Sing Se seems interesting.
Ah, yes, that's the one I was gonna say. I was gonna say Ba Sing Se, so I could take pictures for my friend who is obsessed with Attack on Titan and be like, haha, don't get the.
That's what you'd say.
I would,
Those
yeah.
exact words.
Ooh, also that
Okay.
tunnel, the tunnel that they used to go to Ba Sing Se.
Secret tunnel.
I would want
Secret
to
tunnel.
go through the secret tunnel.
Okay, guys, that was so out of sync. Let's try that again.
No.
3, 2. Okay, fine.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
So Brody, Ryan, and I, we will all go to Boston. Say, it's a long, long way to Boston. Say.
Secret tunnel.
That's the one episode. Is there anyone else before we move on? Get it? Because we're
Oh wait, Jet's place is kind of sick. Other than the fact that Jet is there.
tree.
No,
What
he's
about
not. He's
David?
dead.
What about David?
David, where'd he go?
Else.
He says that he'd go to the underwater Diley place because there's a lot of like-minded people there. Also, there's Jet's dead body.
God.
Dead body
Well,
reported. So Samogus.
Do we want to? Does anyone else have any thoughts they want to share about the Avatar world before we get a bit outside of the world?
None that I can think about.
Any characters you'd want to meet? Maybe shake their hand, kiss.
Bolin.
I'd
Bolin.
give Zuko a little mooch.
Me
Same
too.
with Sokka.
Yeah.
Why?
Zuko's better as a friend. He seems like a really cool dude.
Exactly.
He seems like he would be a really good friend, and that's it.
Wait,
He's nice to have tea with.
He might be better as a friend.
Can
Consider Zuko hot.
And also consider
No.
the high.
we have quick
would
intermission to just like everyone say their favorite character?
Oh yeah. Sokka with his hair down, or Zuko.
True.
Zuko.
Have to be mine too, yeah.
Uncle Iroh.
Actually, yeah, I like Iroh.
Understandable.
Momo.
Azula's pretty interesting.
Yeah. If we're talking about Korra too, then Tenzin's kind of a dilf.
Freaking
Oh my
love
God.
Bolin.
Bolin is also okay. From Avatar, probably Zuko, and then from Korra, probably Bolin.
Korra, Bolin is a golden retriever.
Yeah.
My favorite character is Toph, because Toph is the best.
Yeah.
Okay, Toph is also good.
I like Katara and Azula because big hot women.
Okay, hear me out.
Understandable.
The boulder.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I would expect that from David.
No, we all know that David likes fucking
Fire Lord
one of the
Ozai.
bad guys.
No,
Yeah,
David-
Ozai.
I think David would like Sparky Boom Man.
I think so. I think actually they're distant relatives.
Well,
Oh man.
David isn't necessarily quiet. He says his thoughts on the inside. Otherwise, well, we'd have to get a few restraining orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess moving outside of the world.
Yeah. Recent discovery. Apparently, some people, at least Brody, wasn't even aware of this. But Legend of Korra stopped airing, I think, in 2014. I think so. There hasn't been any new Avatar content in many years,
Well, aside from comics.
aside from the comics. Yeah, we've got that live action show coming from Netflix. Blah, blah. So yeah, we've got the Netflix show coming out, but the creators left that for some reason, and that tells me that Netflix is trying to ruin it. So no one cares about that, because what we should be caring about is that Nickelodeon, in the midst of Avatar gaining a lot of popularity during quarantine, Nickelodeon gave the creators just a few weeks ago their own private studio called Avatar Studios. So, Brody, this is currently news to you, but Mike and Brian are back at the helm of Avatar, and they're working on right now a new animated movie, and so a lot of new shows and more movies. Basically, they get to make as much as they want for Avatar.
To be fair, like I didn't know about it until you had mentioned it a few months ago when you first
Yeah.
mentioned it.
I was screaming about it when it was first announced. Yeah.
Yeah.
All we know so far is that Mike and Brian get to make whatever Avatar content they want in animated form, and we have one movie coming on the way, but we have no idea what it's about and what else is next. So I think we could all go around and share what we think this first new movie is about. I guess I'll start. Or not what we think, because there's nothing to go off of, but what we want it to be about. Because I think the first thing they should do is I want an animated movie storyline about the adult version of Aang's team.
Yeah,
Mhm.
obviously.
Yes.
We got to see what they looked like as adults in Korra, and they all look so cool, and I want to know what they were up to as adults. I don't know if there are any cool villains, but there's a lot of time that we didn't hear about, so there's a lot of stories that they could come up with for a pretty sick movie.
Okay. I have two ideas. The first one is just it goes off your sound bending idea for a villain type character.
Hey, don't even go there. Don't go there. Soundbending's part of my pitch for an Avatar Studios project, so tread lightly, Cody.
I was just gonna say a deaf guy who vibrates the air around him,
Oh, that's cool.
causing everyone's ears to bleed.
Okay, brutal.
Yeah, that's it. Just
Alright,
a villain who like steals stuff and causes everyone to like cover their ears. Anyway, the next one would be is an Avatar show that doesn't focus around the Avatar.
That would be cool.
It would more than likely be like a post Korra, because I'm not sure because I haven't finished it, but I was told at the end that the cycle kind of just gets broken.
No, that is not.
Could you repeat that? You cut out a little bit.
That is not factual, but I don't want to spoil.
Okay. Even
I know.
still, something like post Korra with probably better, like higher tech stuff. Just something focusing not around the Avatar.
It could honestly even be something long before Korra.
Well, with my idea, I kind of enjoy the thought of it having some level of technologies.
Oh, in that case, you're gonna love my idea.
So just like a group of 4 plus one of each bending type, because, or at least if possible. And then obviously you have to have the group's equivalent of Sokka
Yeah.
or something.
All right, Cody. I think we accidentally synchronized brain cells because you're just kind of striking off a lot of the boxes for my idea. But I think Jill had an idea.
Yeah. So for the movie, I'd want it to be something about like the gang's adult lives, but for like shows, first of all, I really want a Kyoshi show, and I think it would be really cool to like make a show about the next Avatar or even like past Avatars, because we only really know about like Wan and then like Roku, Kyoshi, Kuruk, and Yangchen.
Yeah.
So I wanna learn about some of the other past Avatars.
A really cool one there would be the second Avatar after one, who's like basically the first new Avatar in the Avatar cycle, which just began. Yeah. Does anyone else have any? Anyone else has any ideas, movies or shows, specials that they'd want to see, and what? Before I go on to explain my idea.
So the thing is with sound bending, can't you just rip somebody apart with the vibration?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything has a certain frequency. But that's not the point that we're
No.
talking about. What I would like to see from the studio, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do this, but just a bit more, just a darker take, or a bit, because the show is fairly tame. Yeah, there are a few dark things here and there, people dying, wah, too bad. But there wasn't the themes or Just the show in general wasn't that dark, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
I mean, if they did like a movie or just like even like a mini series on Avatar Korra, his whole life was fighting dark spirits, and he lived a pretty short and dark, sad life. He had a sad, very early ending to his life, so that could be
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was only like 30 when he died.
yeah.
Or around.
And then Kyoshi dabbed on him by living for 200 years longer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just want one that's sad. I'm kidding. Not
Okay.
sad, but just more
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one I'd kind of be interested in is revolving around the Freedom Fighters. You know, Jet's gang, but like minus Jet, like after he dies.
Oh, so kind of like, sir, I don't want to overlap you. Are you thinking kind of like freedom fighting before Aang came back?
Yeah, something like that.
That would actually strike off Cody's box of wanting to see a non-Avatar protagonist, because
Okay.
Yeah.
100 Years of Rebellion there. You get like a Rogue One type of story.
I have two ideas.
Yeah.
One that continues into the non-Avatar cast thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first one is just a joke one. A Steve Irwin style show with all the like mixed animals.
Oh my god,
Just-
that's genius.
Oh my
there's a
god.
saber-toothed moose. I'm gonna wrestle it.
Wait, who's
But the other one
or,
goes.
who's that one like YouTube guy that does all those videos where he's like getting stung by this extremely poisonous wasp?
Coyote Peterson.
Yeah,
That guy.
that style
You-
show.
Basically, that it could be like a mini series or something.
Watch
just
as
showing
my
off the,
arm
like-
gets ripped off by this creature.
Just showing off like the creatures that have like a whole bunch of stuff put into them
Mm-hmm.
that we don't get to see. And the other one goes back into my post Korra with the whole non-Avatar based cast. I won't say a villain outright, but like I want it to be a serial killer like hunting type thing. Basically, a serial killer who's going around killing benders.
Well, aren't you optimistic
And
one?
I'm not done. And the police aren't doing much about it, let alone the Avatar. So the gang of main characters goes and tries to do something about it.
Hmm.
However it ends. And may or may
Scooby-Doo.
not could have a corrupted Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like the idea of a corrupted Avatar.
Well,
Because
hey,
the Avatar is always shown as a force of good. Maybe
Alright.
not.
I think you guys all put in too many similar ideas that basically just accumulate into mine. So I'm just gonna go for it now.
Okay, so we're just gonna skip over Leaf and move on to the next topic and cut out.
Alright,
that part.
sure.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I know my place. Okay, in all seriousness, fuck you, Ryan. Just kidding. That's a joke. I'm just processing that direct attack. I'm just kidding. I actually care. So yeah, my idea kind of just crosses over a lot of things. Mainly Cody has said. So my big pitch isn't for so right off the bat, we're going after Korra. The world is more advanced. I'm thinking basically caught up to real life, but okay, Cody, you just need to stop listening because this is like major spoilers for the rest of Korra.
Okay,
All right.
I'll
Well,
deafen.
We'll let you know. So in the last season of Korra, they learned to harness spirit energy into tech, which first of all is kind of ridiculous, and no one really liked that. But so I feel like even if they did catch up to us in terms of tech, it would just be, I don't know. I'm picturing a lot of like really cool spirit-powered neon signs and stuff. That doesn't really matter. My basic premise is not a sequel series, not even a movie, just like a 2-part special, and our main protagonist is Jungkook from BTS. Just kidding. I'm not a K-pop fan, and I don't think there is a Jungkook in BTS. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I
No,
have-
you were right.
Oh, am I? Okay, because I have a lot of friends who talk about K-pop too much. Anyway, no. In all seriousness, my hilarious pitch is that K-pop gets adapted as F-pop, which is firebender pop. They do elaborate performances with firebending, right? It's all fun and games. Anyway, spoilers for Korra again. The Dark Avatar was completely wasted, and that was so stupid to me that the cycle of the Dark Avatar just ended right there and then, when there's so much potential there. So, there's no reason to believe that the Dark Avatar is gone. Like, yeah, Korra purified the soul or whatever and killed them both, but Rava was also destroyed and regrew in Vatu. So who's to say it couldn't work both ways? Now here's my pitch for a rounded out dark avatar cycle. Our main man, Unalak, he could only waterbend. He didn't learn anything else. The only reason the avatar can bend multiple elements is because Juan bean boozled the turtles. So, if the dark avatar reincarnated in another element, they would only have element. But like the dark avatar would be, first of all, just since they don't have to master all four, their power in that one would just be like incredibly advanced, and maybe they just get a sub skill just like by default. And I also said that the dark avatar cycle would go backwards, so instead of just tailing the avatar cycle, it goes the other way. So in this situation here, Korra's dead. We now have an earthbending avatar, and now we have an airbending dark avatar. But the airbenders went extinct, except Korra undid that. Pretty crazy how right after our waterbending dark avatar died, the air nomads all returned. So let's just say the day after the dark avatar thing happens, a baby is born. This could easily be our new dark avatar. So here's my pitch. This dark avatar, whose sole purpose is to just torture the avatar, is an airbender. And since airbenders like Zahir don't necessarily have to be good, our main gal here learns how to soundbend. And in present day, and I'm guessing Republic City would just be like much more advanced and cool, it's now dealing with the threat of sound-bending assassins, all led by this dark avatar. And, well, they soundbend. They have the ability to make an entire room silent, kill whoever they want, and ditch. And unless you can see them, you won't even know they were there. So, my basic premise is that the dark avatar would find the new earthbending avatar, who is probably still pretty young at this point, and hold him captive. Luckily, our little avatar friend has a certain comrade who is, of course, a flame pop artist, just because. That strikes off Cody's box of the non-avatar protag, because our avatar is too young and only knows earthbending so far, cannot fend for himself at all. So we actually have this firebender who, like, I don't know, maybe she can do pink flames because she's a performer. She could learn how to do that, right? So her and some others, maybe like a deserter from the soundbending assassins, they all team up together and they go on this mission to save the avatar. But they have no idea that the dark avatar is alive. No one does. So it's a big plot twist at the end, right? Where this dark avatar, she's such a powerful airbender. Our main character is like, how is this possible? Big reveal, the dark avatar was never destroyed completely. And then boom, our main character's hands, her fire is deflected and she burns her hands, and the dark avatar kills the avatar. Boom. The avatar cycle continues. The second part of this, because it's two specials, would be our main character from before, 30 years later, or like, no, not 30, 15, because now the next avatar is a firebender is now growing up again. So the dark avatar is going after this new avatar again. But now our friend, who can't firebend because her hands were burnt severely, has now learned combustion bending. And all her gang, they're all older too. So that's the gist of it. Then they go and they fight her and they beat her this time because you weren't expecting combustion bending, now were you? We could also explore the lore of combustion bending too, because I don't like that was never touched on, because it's so cool.
So here's the thing, the avatar is meant to bring peace and keep everything good and all that. That doesn't necessarily mean that the dark avatar is always going to be hunting the avatar.
Oh, I know, this is a personal thing. Because in theory, the dark avatar would be like Vatu to bring disorder and chaos, which is already what the assassins are doing. But it's like, oh hey, there's the avatar. Might as well just get rid of that thing too, I guess.
I really hope that they retcon the dark avatar into still existing, because that's had so much potential.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what my whole idea is built on, is just retconning that it's dead for good, because that doesn't make sense and also wasted potential.
But also, I would feel like because there's the good avatar and the dark avatar, wouldn't everything just like fall out of whack? I mean, I guess it did. The whole spirit thing, the whole spirit world exploded and became part of the normal world again because of that. But still, it doesn't feel like everything would just keep going normally, because the whole thing, a big theme around Avatar is just everything's in balance. Everything's been balanced, and if there's no bad and there's nothing but good, there is no balance.
Exactly. So now there's balance, because now there's always some bad and always some good. I don't know. I haven't thought about the heavy details. Just the general concept of soundbending assassins, dark avatar leader, a avatar who's actually useless, and a main character who is basically just a K-pop idol.
Specifically the K-pop.
Yeah, it's actually not essential at all. I just think that'd be a fun way to adapt. real life culture. But anyway, I'm gonna tell the others that they can come back now because the spoilers are over. I think unless anyone has anything else, we're gonna move on to something outside of those. But if you're listening to this and you liked any of our ideas, or you have an idea that you think would be good, let us know in the comments below because we'd love to hear what you guys think and would like to see.
Mhm.
Okay, one last little idea. I love
Okay.
the pro bending
It needed more.
Yeah.
so much more. Yeah, like I was thinking like some sort of high Q style like series that was just based around the pro bending because that is so sick. It doesn't even have to be the same
Yo.
type of pro bending.
Pro bending sports anime.
I will say that they didn't really. The pro bending wasn't super consistent in the show, like some of the
Yeah.
rules.
Also, just the skill level.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
For like just an Avatar sports game.
Yeah, that would be a really cool like just breather series. Like nothing too intense. Just it'd be even cool if they did that while having another show, and then they could have like a crossover.
the Dark
Yeah.
Avatar and the Avatar play pro bending to kill each other.
Ryan, what's the Dark Avatar? What are you talking about?
It's David.
You missed some things. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I did. Oh, actually, some of these plots are good
Oh.
for a thing that we can do later.
Hmm?
As some people know, the Avatar team has or is making a Avatar tabletop game.
Mm-hmm.
What?
We
Yes.
can,
Yes.
with enough
Yes.
people in the comments asking for it, or bugging me on Twitter,
I'm
Please-
asking you
please.
for it, Cody.
I can write and create a Avatar tabletop RPG storyline
Oh my
for us to
god.
play through. Because that sounds fun.
Yes, please.
I'll do it if
Do it.
people want it enough when it comes out.
Do it.
Or what I mean is, we'll do a recorded one if enough people want it. We're gonna do it anyway.
I think we'll have enough.
Guys, please go tweet at Cody. Please go.
Please harass Cody on Twitter. Don't actually. That's not nice.
That is,
We don't even have an audience
TCR
yet.
or Arma.
Also, I think most of our social media is linked in the description, so
Hey, wait, no, David, please don't.
he's okay.
I'll have to clean that later.
He went to go to the spirit world.
He just
Yep.
went to the farm where he can run
The
around and
butterfly
be free.
farm.
Don't worry.
He can run along with all the other cyborgs.
TBD is okay, guys. Don't.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Okay.
I guess you could say TBD's current status is to be determined.
Or the Big Dead.
Yep.
I think you also mentioned what we would want to use our bending for in the real world. So let's finish up with that.
Sure, yeah. Crimes.
Not crimes. Okay. 1. Just easy use. Drying my own fucking hair by pulling the water out of it. God damn it.
I agree with that.
My hair takes forever to dry. If I can just all the moisture out of it, leaving
Oh
a
my
little
god, same.
Yeah.
bit, that would be so useful. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if
Big
like
hair gag.
also it's raining, you can like pull all the water out of your clothing. Deal with that. You can literally like water bend so the rain doesn't hit you.
Yeah, actually.
You can make bubbles and like just walk on the bottom of a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention all the like combat stuff you could do
Yeah, I
and
mean,
other things.
I think in everyday life, combat's not not a big situation for us.
Or
Oh,
oh no, I scraped my knee.
But
yeah, but you have to be a specialized.
Yeah.
You have to be born with the gift of healing.
yeah,
Or
'cause-
oh, my drink's cold. Ice. Or I need my drink cold. Ice. You can like since you can turn water to ice just
Yo,
by
as
bending.
someone as someone who has scoliosis and chronic neck and shoulder pain, I would very much appreciate just being able to create ice.
from
Yeah,
a
you could water bend your spine into place.
screw water
Ooh,
earthbending point of view, I would find bullies in sand pits and then bury them in sand.
And kill them.
No,
Or if someone's really being annoying while they're walking, you can just make the concrete shift up a bit and trip them.
yeah, but
Minor inconvenience.
or I could get sand from a sand pit and put it in their bed, never coming out.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, here's the thing. If you can waterbend, can you also affect the surface tension of the water?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe, or at the very least, okay. If you're saying if I can run on water,
Not really. I'm just saying. Just
Yo.
can you just mess with the surface tension?
I mean, in
What
season
if-
1 of Korra, Amon or Amon gets knocked into the water and then shoots himself back up on a big pillar of just water. So yeah, I think you can.
Korra also does that.
What if you could like firebend, but you could just like use it to like slightly heat stuff up, and then if you're like really mad at like your siblings or something, you can just like warm up both sides of their pillows.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You
Ooh,
monster.
oh god, like you would never need a heated blanket.
You are the
Ooh,
blanket.
that's nice.
I mean, Iroh did, heat up his tea in the bossing
Yeah.
border.
Yeah.
Wait, if you think about it, Iroh heating up his tea was a domino effect to Jet dying.
Whoa.
Was a what?
Iroh, it was a domino effect. Iroh heats up Jet, Jet becomes sus of them being firebenders. Jet attacks them because he thinks they're firebenders. The Daily take Jet away. Jet's trapped. Jet meets the gang. Jet dies. So it's all because of the tea. You're welcome.
Iroh killed Jet. No, T killed Jet. No, the guy that gave the guy that was giving the tea, because the tea wasn't warm. It's that person's fault.
The guy who invented tea is Jet's fault.
Oh
Okay.
my god, it's the Earth's fault.
Okay, here's a question. So bending, okay, so both earthbenders and waterbenders have moderate control over temperature via like pressure and stuff when bending. Because lava bending's part of earth bending by like pressurizing the rock, causing heat to generate and then melt it. And waterbenders can turn things into ice.
Heat bending is also kind of a thing.
So can a waterbender who is skilled enough, could they heat up the water and make it scalding
Probably.
with enough pressure?
Firelord, I think it was Sozin. Yeah, Firelord Sozin was able to, like, when there was that volcano that killed Roku, Sozin was able, he did a move that looked like lightning bending, but he actually just, like, removed the heat, which is a pretty neat thing. So, yeah. They could probably...
So that means, could a waterbender both make scalding water, so you could Todoroki someone,
Oh no.
and
Oh.
could they create steam?
Maybe.
Was Sozin bending any of the lava?
No, he couldn't.
Okay.
No, he was removing the temperature. Also, if you have friends who are different types of benders, you can make combo moves.
True.
Fire and water make steam if
I
a
think-
waterbender can't do that on their own.
I think we need to put you in a box. We need to put you and Brody in just a very big box with every surface is a chalkboard, and give you guys chalk to write all these down.
A fire and airbender can make a fire tornado.
You'll never stop, will you?
No.
We should get them one of those like bulletin boards, and then like put a bunch of pictures and connect them with string, and then just let them go ham.
Every few hours we'll come back, and then we're just like, how's it going, guys? Like, if you mix fire with the rock, you could actually make 3 distinct leaves that would kill you on sight. Good job, guys. Keep it up.
You see, the airbending and earthbending can make dust devils. Airbending and waterbending can make water spouts. Wow.
You know what?
Waterbending can do that on their own.
I like the part where we talked about heated blankets.
That too. That is very nice. I enjoy
Yeah.
that. Ooh, like if you have an injury, like a hot towel.
I like
Yeah.
heated blankets.
If I had a heated blanket, I would curl up and maybe like wrap myself up like a burrito. Wait, guys. Speaking of wrapping things up,
In all seriousness, I think we should stop ourselves here because otherwise
this is just gonna go on forever.
We
will
will
go-
go for hours.
Yeah, and we didn't even touch on why Avatar is just such a good show, and we don't have time for that because we all have places to be, and you, the listener, well, if you listen this long, well, I guess you don't have things to do, but in case you do, we're going to stop ourselves here just because we genuinely could talk about Avatar for unholy amounts of time. So, does anyone else have any last-minute thoughts before we just completely wrap up? No more tangents, though.
Pee and poo.
All right, like it. So, thank you so much for tuning in, I guess. I mean, this has been a pretty fun hour and 20 minutes for us. Is that how long it's been? Who cares? Thank you for listening. It really means a lot that first of all, you clicked on this video in the first place. And if you stuck around this long, then I guess you've been enjoying it. So,
How much time do you have?
yeah, I mean,
Do you have
You might-
90 minutes?
you might just be listening to us while you do some homework or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Either way, you clicked on this video, you supported us. Thank you. So, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time we're on air.
And if you
Wah, wah,
sneezed
wah.
at any point throughout this video, bless you.